Welcome to episode 37 of the Current Backloggers. The date is October 21st. I'm your host, KCP, on my good friend and co-host, Cody G. Cody, how's it going?
It's going good, man. I guess I'm being a little weird.
What? No.
No?
What do you mean?
The vibration's on.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I feel great.
It's kind of weird to say that. So what have you been up to,
great.
buddy?
Just working on putting the game room together, man. Bought a bunch of poster frames today, and you kind of realize you spend more on frames than the actual stuff going in the frames. But it's cool.
What kind of posters you putting in there?
I have a really old... actually, boom, here we go. BioShock 2 poster. I've never played BioShock 2.
Oh, boom, the guy from BioShock Infinite.
Yeah. But I want to preserve it, and it got a little damaged in the move, and my cat walked on it, and I was like, this fucking thing's going to get wrecked, so I better frame this, even though I'd never played the game. And then one of the last issues of Xbox Magazine, they gave out a bunch of, like, older Halo 1 posters and a sticker sheet of all of the Halo or Xbox main games, and I'm gonna frame those. I have an Xbox hat they gave out at the launch of the original Xbox, an Xbox shirt that is so early 2000s it's ridiculous that I'm framing. The Trailer Park Boys, my signed shirt from them. Some other stuff, like mainly video game stuff.
Nice. Anything besides the game room?
Yeah, everything's in an app now and on a shelf.
How long do you think it took in total?
Took a while. It was fun though, just putting on a movie and just scanning stuff. And it's really helpful, man, because there's been plenty of times where I don't buy a game because I'm like, oh, I have this, and then I don't have it, or I do have it, end up with a bunch of copies. But yeah, it feels great. Do you want a final tally on the movies and video games?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, let's see. We'll do video games first. Do another plug for Game Eye. It's a great app if you want to conserve your stuff. 1,255 games. Let's switch to how many consoles I have. I have 48 separate consoles. Well, that includes handhelds. Kind of sounds a little crazy, but...
Is that the different iterations, too?
Yeah. And like with the original Xbox, I like it so much. I have like backups. A lot of multiples on that. And then we could check out... first one, make sure it's still recording. How many movies do you think I got? It's nowhere near the video games.
Oh, I thought it was going to be more, so that's what I was trying to think. 800.
518.
Damn.
But yeah.
Nice. Anything besides that?
No. Trying to think. Just putting shit on a shelf. This is where the minimalists are like, God, you're putting so much time and effort and money into... Because I bought some more shelves today. I probably spent on frames and shelves another $200. It's like, Jesus, I'm spending more money on the stuff to put this stuff in than I did buying the stuff. But yeah. Also, Peter kind of depressed me because the average price that I pay for a movie is probably $2 or $3. And if you multiply that by 2 or 3, that's $1,000 or $1,500 on movies. And it's probably more than that because some of the stuff I've bought in brand new.
I'm sure it's still worth it.
He's giving me grief, but then he's sitting over there talking about buying a $100 Back to the Future box set. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool though. The Target version. If I had more, if I felt like spending money after fucking spend $200 on shelves and frames, but he said it actually comes with a little hoverboard that hovers on your desk. I think it uses magnets, but
I was gonna ask how it does it.
fucking sick. Yeah. But it kind of sucks because Best Buy has a version and Target has a version, and if you want the benefits of both, you got to buy both, so it's $100. And then you're stuck with 2 4K copies of the series.
Oh, it's so crazy.
Collecting. They get you.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, man. But I see you've been doing stuff. All these shelves over here. Starting to look like my basement.
Yeah, it's coming around. It's kind of just for silly stuff. Like I said, that shelf's all for hats, which seems ridiculous, but all my hats get ruined unless they keep their shape. If you throw them in a box, they're done for. That's what I always do. And I have so many hats that are kind of pricey. Not that I care about the value of it, but as far as spending money on them. And then, I didn't even address the thing surrounding us, I guess.
The cage.
This is the beginning of our new set. It might not look like it right now, but hopefully by the time we're done, it'll look like a real set.
Yeah.
But right now, it kind of, it looks more like a prison, like a knockoff prison.
CharlottePipe.com. Shouts out to CharlottePipe.com. Oh, and Ryan for building it. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like you listen to our show anymore, though. I also, I'll tell you about later, actually, I guess.
Okay.
But besides that, I've been working a lot of overtime still. And then I could tell you a story that's disgusting and embarrassing that most people probably wouldn't tell, but I know you like this kind of stuff.
Oh, I love it. I just got so excited.
So,
well, give me 1 second. I don't want to be distracted during this.
Okay.
Let me make sure it's still recording. I think so. Yeah, we're good. We're good. In case you guys are wondering, we had to stop and make sure we're still recording.
So, for as long as I can remember, I've had athlete's foot.
Oh, no. Yeah.
I've never been diagnosed with it, but I think it's pretty obvious. My feet always peel. I mix that into one word there.
Get itchy?
And yeah, really itchy.
Do you ever take your socks, put them in between your toes, and just run them back and forth?
No, I just usually use my fingers, which is probably worse.
Fingers?
But yeah.
That feels so good.
Yeah.
Or what else it feels good? You get poison ivy in between your fingers. That ever happen?
Oh, yeah.
You do this right here.
Yeah.
Oh, that feels so good. But then you wake up in the morning and you've been doing it in your sleep.
Yeah.
And you're like bleeding.
And then next thing you know, you're itching your dick and your balls, and then it's down there too.
You know, I had that happen when I was really little.
I've had that happen when I was little and when I was older.
Well, this is, since you're telling an embarrassing story, I'll tell one too. It got so bad in my dick and balls that I had to rub ointment on it.
Yeah.
I had to have a doctor describe it to me and like where to put it, and yeah. And then they're like, you know, how did this get on here? Like, how did this happen? And like, what do they think I'm doing? Like humping trees out in the woods? Clearly, I like peed after I was out in the woods. I spent way too much time in the woods.
Yeah, me too.
But I definitely wasn't humping trees.
I forgot the fact that you had to say that means you probably were.
Yeah, it was actually bushes. That's why I emphasize trees, so I can get away with it.
And some things never change. You're still humping bushes to this day, you know?
Yeah, George.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But it's always just been kind of annoying and itchy, not really too bad. But then within the last month, in between my baby toe and whatever you call a toe next to it, has been peeling like crazy, where it looks like there's like 4 layers of skin missing. It just looks like dark red and like about to bleed. And so I got over-the-counter stuff to try and do. And
did it burn?
No, it doesn't burn at all, surprisingly. But it didn't help, so yesterday I went to urgent care because the doctors were already closed. And they gave me some medicine there. But where it gets more embarrassing and gross is that this was before the doctor.
Yeah.
I told you how I rub my finger through it. That's actually put on the medicine is when I'm doing that usually.
Uh-huh.
And when I did it, I noticed it smelled like straight cow manure. And it's not because my feet smell that bad, because it's my other foot. Like where the skin's not peeling, it just smells like a normal foot. But I'm guessing it's probably because of an infection in there. But that's literally the best way I could describe it is cow manure in between my toes.
That's great, like a belly button shit.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I only smelled after this.
Yeah, I'll probably look at it, but I don't know about
I was
smelling.
joking. I mean, I would, but I wasn't being serious. I think about fuck
great.
no. Yeah. So.
Were they just like it's athlete's foot?
Well, I could tell you.
Who was this
funny.
poor soul that had to come in there and you took your sock off and this fucking cow manure filled the room? And
No, I can tell you something funny about that too. It was urgent care. I said not my normal doctor,
mm-hmm.
and she came in and seemed like she was in a hurry and could barely speak English, and she was like, "Okay, so what's the problem?" And I explained it. Oh, okay, so take your shoe off and your sock.
Oh no!
And she did that, and she grabbed my foot and went like that, and she went, "Okay, yep, we're gonna get you some medicine, and we'll prescribe you with this." And that was literally all she looked at. And I was like, okay. Like I said, I was using over-the-counter cream and powder. Should I keep using those? And she's like, no, I'm going to prescribe you with the cream, so stop using the cream. And I was like, okay. Then should I keep using the powder? And she's like, okay. And I was like, maybe I didn't emphasize that well or pronounce it well. I was like, okay, so you said I should keep using the powder? Yeah, okay. Because she could barely speak English. So I was just like,
oh man.
all right. Guess I'll keep using the powder then.
Renee got a flu shot. My girlfriend got a flu shot today, and in the waiting room, they put her with everybody else waiting for a COVID test as well. So not only is this pharmacist like giving flu shots, but he's also doing COVID tests. That's fucking weird, dude. Can't we just like put them over there or something? This sounds terrible, but I'm like, why are they sitting with us?
It's so when they give you the flu shot, they can inject you with the virus.
Yep. Now
Yeah.
it's turning into InfoWars. Telling you right now, little CVS.
I think that's it though. I feel like sometime we should do a separate podcast or a stream, or we could do a different show where we just share embarrassing and ridiculous stories that aren't video game related.
Oh, most definitely.
Because I just thought of more, but it would take up the whole show. But should we start with, before we get into the normal show, what we thought about? Did you watch the PlayStation UI video? If you didn't, we can talk about it next week.
No, I missed it, but I listened to a lot of podcasts describe it. A couple podcasts describe it.
It's up to you if you want to wait to see it for yourself or not. I got notes so I can keep them in there.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep it.
All right.
We can talk about one thing if you want to.
What's that?
The only piece of news that I have this week. Are we on news right now? Is that where we're at?
No, not yet.
Okay, we'll hold
We
off
will
then.
be actually in just a minute, though.
Okay, I'll wait.
Unless you have any corrections, questions, or feedback.
Yes, one.
Okay.
Well, two.
I think one's going to be a joke by your smile.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to stop being so damn hot on here.
Thank you.
Especially
That's not
the
a
shirt.
joke, though. Oh, yeah. It's Hawaiian Shirt Wednesday, but
Fucking like it.
sad news today.
Uh-oh.
And then next week are the last 2 weeks until spring starts back up. Then we're going to re-energize and bring it back.
Isn't it hot in there, though?
It is, but it's not climate controlled, so in the winter it'll be cold. It doesn't get that cold, but you wouldn't want to wear this in the winter.
Gotcha. Just the audio was low again.
Was it?
Yeah.
Huh. Because I even did what we did last time and adjust it louder.
Maybe bump it up a little bit more. Bump it up. Because I try to listen around on a bunch of stuff. I think it'd be interesting to hear it on Spotify, too. Whenever that happens.
Yeah.
To see
You're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Just stop being so hot, dude. Don't even smile like that, you piece of shit. You know what you're doing.
Oh.
Flirting.
I just got a fake friend request on Facebook. I've
Did
been
you?
doing those a lot lately.
Is it a girl? It's really
Most of the time.
attractive.
Yeah.
And they have really fake names. Like,
Yeah.
and Facebook
You
used to be
have, like,
really
2
good about
pictures.
deleting those.
Yeah.
You would submit it and be like, okay, that's definitely a fake. There was for a while where Facebook would ask for your ID. Did
Really?
you ever see that? They would send you a
Yeah.
message like, hey, can you send us a picture of your ID to make sure you're real? But
And
now
so you
when
take all
I...
your info.
Probably. But now when I... Because like, I'm going to be a good person and get rid of this account. And now when you send it in, it's like, hey, we checked out this account. They're legit. They have 3
Huh.
photos of 3 different girls. that all look like models.
I feel like we had a friend that would fall for any of these accounts.
Yeah.
Well, if you have any corrections or questions or feedback, then send to currentbackloggers@gmail.com. And then we would normally get into the news. I don't have anything here, so we can just go off what you had there.
Yeah, it was just about PlayStation 5. Their monitoring of... well, they say they're not monitoring, but if you submit messages for abuse, as they put it, which doesn't make sense to me. So you could report your private messages or these groups that you're in. Why don't you just block the person or get out of the groups if it's that abusive? And I know Colin Moriarty had said, is this like a database, or not a database, but a call center where people are just listening to old messages? Like, imagine how ridiculous that job is.
It'd be kind of awesome, though.
I fucked your mom. Or something like that. Or is it like YouTube where it's just like listening for terrible phrases? Yeah. And if that's true, we know how terrible YouTube's is. And Sony's not the greatest.
How terrible we are as well. We're joking when we do it, but
yeah.
We would definitely get banned.
Yeah, so it's just another step in that direction of why can't you just go back to being sentient companies, and why does everything have to be so political and get so big brother? I know Microsoft a few years ago cut down on trash talking. Just trash talking. And does that include trash talking as, quote, abuse? That's a pretty broad term.
Did you see they're also recording all the party chats? So whenever like we're in a party on PlayStation, they're recording all the audio.
My God, I'm never getting another one. At what point do people act like this is like, wow, I'm really great they're doing that? At what point are we just like, this is too 1984? It's creepy.
Yeah, the last update that all of us got, that you agreed to terms of service, which obviously that's your only choice if you want to stay online.
Yeah.
That's part of what was in there.
Recording your chats.
Yep.
What the fuck, dude? Why is everybody just okay with this? Because we're like, God, we just want to play games, dude. And I think Colin brought up a good point, too, Colin Moriarty, that I don't ever really get in parties anymore.
Is that? I don't care. I just didn't know where that's coming from.
It's alerting me that someone's at my front door. Should we pull it up here, see who's at my front door?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't.
Raccoon.
I don't get why people are okay with that. But anyways, no, Colin Moriarty is saying like he doesn't really use voice chat or talking or in lobbies, and it's taking forever to load. It's just my girlfriend at home, so she's dead. So this just gives people more of a reason not to use them.
First, I'll address the thing of how hard would it be to watch this episode back if she died? Yeah.
Dude, there's a YouTuber I watched. It is, he's this middle-aged guy, really nice guy, but all he does is review like Pringle flavors and stuff. He's just this cute boomer that just reviews food. He had a vlog once where he's like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" And I just walk around his house, just making coffee and whatever boomers do. You know how all boomers make coffee in the morning. And he's like talking about some videos he's planning on working on. He's like, "Man, my wife's been sleeping all day today." And he like cuts the camera for sleeping in bed. "Man, she's so lazy." Joking around. He's like, "Man, she's usually up by like 9 a.m. and here it is 1 in the afternoon, still sleeping away." She was dead. He recorded her while she was dead too.
And he uploaded it too?
Yeah, he uploaded it. And I think because his content was, vlogs are easy, so I probably just immediately uploaded it and then kept it up there. But damn. Yeah, that'd be crazy if she was dead. My anxiety's like, you need to call her right now. Oh, God, it'd be so great to get that weight off my shoulders, though. Now, it'd really suck if she did die.
Yeah, because then you'd definitely be target number one on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Why is he okay with that?
Yeah, hopefully Sony's recording this conversation. Fucking idiots. The fucking NSA needs more shit on us, man.
No, I'm definitely not okay with it. And like I said, if it was genuinely a choice when I started it, I would have obviously opted out of it. But it's not really a choice when if you want to play games. That's your only choice if you want to do that. And I am I'm still gonna play PlayStation and play online. I know I will. So
Yes, I mean, what's your
Yeah.
options? We're going to play games. I guess I'll just sign my life away. And he kind of hint on this, too. I don't remember. My train of thought was going there. Jesus. Where... I'm sorry, continue. I just had a total brain fart. I don't even remember what the hell I was talking about. Hold on. So we were talking about...
let's just do it again.
We're going to trace this backwards, okay?
Okay.
We're talking about the voice chat on there. And how if you could opt out of it.
Yeah.
And they say, nope, don't got it.
No.
It's gone. Maybe it'll come back to me later.
Okay. Is there any other news you want to talk about, or should we get into media pickups?
No, I don't have any other news. It's just like the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
So Best Buy put up some new Xboxes for sale today with the new
Saw that.
their new leasing program as well.
Okay. I don't have any media pickups. Do you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be an episode without it. Let's see here. It's all both these are from the same Goodwill. Scroll down here. Pickups. Hiccups. Hiccups. I can't take credit for that. It's another YouTuber's term for some pickups here. That's really pissing me off, man. I don't remember where the hell I was going with that. Okay. So my first day at Goodwill last week should have been the day after we filmed the... Would have been the last day after you filmed the last episode.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, the audio issues was the episode I was with you.
Oh, okay.
The one prior. Not the most recent one.
Did you listen to that one? I don't care if you didn't. I just
No,
the
not
audio
yet.
was. All right.
Because it was just you, so I just care about myself.
Oh.
So on the original Xbox, Fusion Frenzy, I had this, but it was only its Platinum Hits version, and I wanted the original version.
That game's good fun. That's the game I feel like they could bring back super cheap.
Yeah, it's my friend Gap was way too obsessed with that game. We're even on the 360, and he was still wanting to pull it out at parties. Dude, we're playing Gears of War. This dude wants to pull out the fucking original Xbox. Dead to Rights. Turok Evolution. Then on the 360, Batman Arkham Game of the Year Edition. Assassin's Creed. Batman Arkham Origins. And I think after buying these two, I think I have the 4 games.
Yeah, before.
4 of them. I think I have all 4 of them now. I don't think I have all the DLC yet, though.
Have you played them before?
I played... My nephew had Arkham Asylum on the PS3 when he was really little, and he had no idea how to play it, so I just pretty much played while he watched. But I probably played only 20% of that with him. Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. And then on the original, not the remaster on PS3, The Last of Us. Finally got a lead on an original PS3, and I was like, here we go. Perfect. It was a game store I like by my mom's house. He had the grill one.
Oh, yeah.
The one I wanted. I had the box for it already, the paperwork, everything. He had an original controller, 250 gigabytes. He only wanted $60. I was like, I'll take it. He's like, oh, man, I'm so sorry. It just sold. I was going to have my mom go pick it up.
That sucks.
I have, like, majority of the exclusive games I want for the PS3, and I just want to get into them. And then I got, I forgot this movie existed, and I loved it as a kid. But I got it on Blu-ray, and the last time I had it was on VHS, so it's probably going to look crazy different to me. But Flipper with Elisha Woods.
I don't know if I know that.
Flipper?
Yeah, it doesn't sound familiar.
Really? With the dolphin?
I figured out the name, but it doesn't sound familiar.
Really? Like, this doesn't come back to you at all?
I remember seeing that
Trying to-
cover. I don't know if I ever saw it or not, though.
Really? Yeah, I forgot all about that movie and must got too excited. And then on DVD, I picked up. It's called thebrainiacs.com, and it's from. It's published, I guess you would say. Published or produced, I don't know, by Feature Films for Families, and they're a Christian company. And I don't know why, but I've been collecting their movies. Well, I know why. My grandma used to get them from when I was a little kid, and I like them. They're really dumb and almost all have the same premise of a little kid makes a bad decision, and then his mom is like, Jesus wouldn't like that. And he's like, yeah, you're right. And then you go on to the next thing. But so I picked that up for no reason at all. And then on the original Xbox, yesterday actually with Peter, Star Wars Obi-Wan, Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, Bard's Tale, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which I wouldn't have picked up, but Peter said it's one of the more well-liked Harry Potter games. I was like, huh.
You don't like Harry Potter in general, though, do you?
That's the thing, is like, eventually I would like, it'd be nice to get into it, and I want to have all the original Xbox games. So if I find one, especially like, it's not expensive, but it's also not that cheap, so I was like, I'll just grab it. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, which is an amazing game. Did you ever play those?
Yeah, I liked it.
I think we've talked about them on here before.
I think so.
Yeah, those are great games. Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance on the original Xbox. I think the average price on those were like $5.
Nice.
So yeah, for some reason right now, which is fine with me, their stores are full of the original Xbox and Xbox 360 games.
Really?
Yeah, it's been great. People are complaining about it on Facebook. It's like, it's all I'm seeing. I was like, man, I love it. I've been fucking throwing money at Goodwill.
Yeah.
Because it scares me. Because I don't know, I've talked about it many times in here. It's like, what if these are the next Nintendo games or SNES games, and when I'm 40 and want to get them, they're all $50, $60, $100.
Yeah. You've played Turok Evolution before, right? Haven't we talked about that?
The one after on the 360, Turok.
Oh, is that just called Turok?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I was thinking of, the 360 one. I thought that was Evolution.
No, Evolution I think was like the last of that one. But I played a decent amount on the N64.
Yeah, I did too. That was one of those games that I kind of just messed around. I never even really liked it that much. But the 360 one, a lot of people didn't like, so it was nothing like the old one, which is fair if you like those games. But since I wasn't a big fan, I thought a 360 game was so awesome.
Yeah, man. This might sound bad, but I love the intro to on the N64. Do you remember it by any chance?
No, I'm sure I would if I saw it.
It's just like I think it was like a trailer. I'd have to go back and I remember. Let's see. Turok Evolution is a first-person shooter video game released for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube in 2002. It's a prequel to Turok Dinosaur Hunter.
I don't know if I played that one.
Rebooted by a 2008 entry in the series called Turok. Turok Dinosaur Hunter is the N64 one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I played. That was probably the biggest game I owned on my N64. The rest were just fucking bargain.
That's sad. Some of my favorite games you missed out on.
And Turok, I also had Turok 2 on the N64. Yep, so that's all my pickups.
Okay.
For that.
What have you been playing?
I have, let me pull up my notes here. The notes. I have been playing. Yesterday we played Modern Warfare.
That's right, Warzone.
Yeah, the Halloween event. I like it. It's a really good theme. I just wish there was more horror skins. They have your boy Jigsaw and Leatherface.
And charging a ridiculous amount for it.
Yeah, fucking $20. That's what you said.
Yeah, it I'm not surprised after seeing how many people had it that fast. They're going to make a shitload of money. So business-wise, I completely get it. But it would have been nice with the fucking infinite money they already have to just be able to have those as unlocked or unlocks. And that would still force people to play your game and get a lot more people playing it and more money pouring into it and people buying season passes anyway, so you'd still make money.
Yeah.
So I really wish there was unlocks because I would actually. I haven't played much Warzone at all lately, and I would have played a lot more trying to unlock Jigsaw.
Well, my issue with them too is they're just masks or costumes for you guys to wear, not the actual person.
Jigsaw might be a little cheap though, since he's only like he would be like odd job in that game.
True. But I guess my issue too is not only are they masks, and I get like the size difference, but if you look at the character models, it actually looks like a mask. Where instead of just like having his whole head that you can see like his skin.
I didn't really notice that with Jigsaw. I don't know if I just wasn't paying much attention. So I said I thought right away that Leatherface looked weird, but Jigsaw didn't look bad to me. I mean, it's just because I was so excited about him that I didn't really focus on it.
Let me pull him up again. Look, but I could swear you could see like skin underneath it and stuff.
But yeah,
underneath his like little mask. But yeah, I hopefully too. I wanted to check and see if they came with like, when you could go behind people melee them and it cuts to that like.
yeah.
I hope there's like official ones for them.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Who would you have liked to seen a skin of?
Like any horror?
Mm-hmm.
Mine would definitely be Sam from Trick or Treat.
Yeah,
the sack boy looking thing. I think he'd be awesome.
Captain Spaulding, the clown.
What's
the?
Sounds so familiar.
Here, I'll show you a picture. It's a Rob Zombie.
Oh, that's probably why. That sounds familiar, but I don't know.
It's his biggest, the clown.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'd have been perfect, too, because it's not really a mask, but a painting. But yeah, I'd have been cool with that.
Yeah, that's fair. Jigsaw definitely would have been my number one choice, but since they had that, it'd be Sam. And then I feel like this one's easy, but Pennywise I think would be awesome, especially with like the laugh and everything to mess with people.
Or it'd be cool too, is if like when you go behind people and melee them, it turns like almost scary. All the lights go out and the character's like, what is this? And the Jigsaw comes in with a little tricycle and you hear his little wheels coming. And then he just stabs the fuck out of him or something.
Yeah, as much as we had fun, I liked how they kind of went all in on the Halloween stuff. Like I said, if you watch that trailer, it's like cinematic and looks like a story and looks so cool. And I knew it was just going to be a trailer to hype up. And it makes sense now there. We know they're selling for $20, but I really wish it could have been like a actual like campaign or story combined with that. That would have been so cool.
That would have been sick. I'm liking the zombie mode too.
Yeah.
It's a cool premise to it. But it makes me sad that when it's over, it's over. I wish there was like a lobby for just the zombie stuff. And then I also been playing Star Wars Fallen Order. Initially, it felt like, Jesus, I'm terrible at this game. I'm constantly dying.
Uh-huh.
There's a huge learning curve. I don't know if you're going to like it.
Yeah,
Stick with it.
I love Star Wars, and thought it looked amazing, and I love Respawn, so I was excited for it. But as soon as I heard everybody comparing it to Dark Souls, I was like, oh god.
It might throw it on the easiest difficulty. They have a way to just experience the story, and it's not too crazy. I'm playing the step above that, and dying sometimes, but I think by the time you get to the third planet, you're pretty, I feel versed enough that I feel pretty fucking badass. But initially I was like, this is not a Jedi. He's like dying immediately. But yeah, still feeling the same. All of the Clone Wars shit I knew it. I knew it was going to be gone after that first level. I wish there was more callbacks. But yeah, that's it. And then yesterday we played Man of Medan.
That's right. What do you think about it, since I've already went on and on about it before?
I think it's beautiful graphically. I told you it has some of the best hair mechanics I've ever seen in a game. And I watched a lot of YouTube videos talking about how that's usually the hardest thing for them to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a lot of processing power for hair. And usually game companies, even if they have a high-end equipment, in the consoles or PCs or whatever, they usually like to use that on other stuff instead of processing fucking hair. And that's why hair looks so bad sometimes in games. But for some reason, they did so well on hair. That's a weird thing to get stuck on. But also the skin.
Yeah.
Like, the dude had a fucking ingrown hair on his leg. And, like, I don't know, like a little bit of acne here and there on his forehead. They definitely put a lot of time in this game. And it's odd, and you're constantly going, what the fuck is happening? And I love a slow burn. I think you have to have a slow burn for a really good story. It's one of my favorite movies is a slow burn. Like Quentin Tarantino, 90% of his movie is just fucking, you're just enthralled by, like, conversations. Like, it's, they were talking about the other day, Pulp Fiction, like, fucking Samuel L. Jackson just talking about burgers. And they said it has a lot to do, storytelling. It was in the movie sense, but I feel like it worked for this game, too. Movies all the time or games are always, when someone's talking, it's something important. But when Quentin Tarantino puts something dumb in there, like burgers in France or fucking whatever they're talking about, in your mind you think it's real because it means nothing towards the story. Whereas, like, movies are constantly telling you what they want you to know, and everything pertains to the story. But this game, I can tell, it's everything they're talking about does not pertain. But you're like, what is the importance of this? You're questioning everything. And, like, last night I made a decision. Like, it felt like a better Telltale game. I know you mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
But last night I accidentally let it slip to, like, I'm guessing the future bad guy, that there's something happened to you guys. I was like, fuck, god damn it. I immediately wanted to go back and just, I don't want to choose that. But now I'm sitting with my decisions. But yeah, I think there's something important about, I don't know, fillers and slow burns, especially for me when I'm enjoying entertainment. I'm really liking it.
How do you feel about the Curator? I know you haven't seen much of him yet.
He's fucking cool.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I love him. And
yeah, he's got a really cool walking sequence. That's fucking awesome. It reminds me, too, of Tales from the Crypt. Yeah. Which already, those fucked me up because I had a babysitter that watched them endlessly, and it was just like, you got to turn this off. It's too scary. But yeah, I'm getting some Twilight Zone vibes from it. I like it. The controls, too, are very similar to Resident Evil. Those tank.
Yeah.
Your view is usually like what you'd see from a camera in a movie. Like the panning and, I don't know. It feels more like a movie. It's like a Telltale game.
Yeah, did the controls not bother you as much as it did me? I know you said at the beginning, but then you didn't say anything else. I thought it always felt janky.
No, I'm getting used to it.
Really?
Maybe just Resident Evil, those first ones. But yeah, man, it's just I could tell it's a slow burn. I'm liking that. I always like that, something. But yeah, that's all I've played.
Oh, that was it? Okay.
Yeah, I've stopped playing Among Us. I play 1 or 2 games here and there, but I'm just a little done with it. I don't get how these Twitch streamers are playing all day.
Oh, me either.
They're all doing it, too. Endless amount of games. It's like, dude, I can't do that, man. I don't know how you guys do that. That's because there's no leveling system.
Yeah. Does the
doing it all for nothing?
You haven't played it on Xbox, have you?
Mm-mm.
I doubt there's achievements, but that'd be kind of cool. Give you some incentive, but I bet they don't have any in there for that.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. I didn't think about that.
Well, I've also been playing Madonna and Warzone, obviously, but we just talked about those. Besides that, I beat Costume Quest 2.
Nice.
And like I said, that is a game I never beat, even though I love the first one. And I really want to go figure out, especially now, where I started it, because must have been probably 95% of the way through, because I only didn't recognize like the last 5% of it.
Damn.
Which was kind of a letdown, because I was like, I want to see what the rest of this game is. And I was like, man, I was this close. I could just fucking finish this shit. But I also, since I'm that close, I'd like to go through on whatever I started on and beat it and get all the trophies, I'm guessing, because I think it was PlayStation. And I got all 1,000 achievement points in it. It's not like a super hard game to do, but it's always fun when you're able to do that. And then I finally started Until Dawn, which I've been excited about, especially because of Man of Medan. And that was there. first game, the PS4. Well, not their first game, the first big game, the PS4 exclusive. And I've only played probably like an hour of it, and it's another slow start, so it's hard to tell too much about it. So I'll talk more once I play it again. Hopefully.
But do you get that vibe though with the slow burn and all that filler shit? You feel more connected to the characters. They feel more real.
Sometimes I like movies just go straight into shit and you don't have to deal with all that. But yeah, I didn't mind it. And Man of Madonna, I don't mind it Until Dawn.
Do you think they meant for their names to rhyme?
Maybe. Even with just playing for an hour, though, I could say a couple things about it. It's kind of weird. I think the mocap and the performance is actually better in this one than
Until
Man of
Dawn?
Madonna. Yeah, than
Really?
Man of Madonna, which is odd because when did Until Dawn come out? Let's see. I know it's out for a while now. Should have put it on here. Because Man of Madonna came out in 2019, right?
I'm not sure. I think so. It sounds right.
So, Until Dawn came out August 25th, 2015. So, it's been out for half a decade now, which is crazy to think about. And we'll see on Man of
Yeah, I
Madonna
don't like
here.
that. Yeah, I don't like that at all.
And
It
then
feels like last year.
Man of Madonna came out. That's weird, almost the exact same time, August 30th, 2019. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the mocap is better, and maybe it's a couple things. Maybe the mocap and the performance isn't better.
Maybe it's
It
a good
could
thing we
be.
started with Madonna then.
Yeah. This is single player only, so maybe part of it is that you don't have the awkwardness like I talked about the first time of the stoppage of waiting for the other play to answer. Which, because like I said, I think the performance of Man of Madonna, the acting is solid overall, but it gets broken when you're waiting for, like, I make my decision and I'm waiting for your answer.
Uh-huh.
And you obviously, it's human nature. You gotta like sit there and think for a second. But in the game, it makes it really awkward because you're just standing there, blank face, just staring at somebody.
Do you notice too their eyes randomly will walk out to the left real quick and come back? That's what made me laugh last night.
So maybe that's part of it, is that since it's single player only, which that is a really fun mechanic in Man of Madonna, so I'm glad they have that. But Until Dawn does make it seem more just like a straightforward story. I mean, there is like the branching past, but you don't have the distraction of another person. So I think it definitely helps with the just consistent flow of dialogue. And then, like I said, I feel like it's weird they seem like to have a more well-known cast in this game than they did in Man of Madonna. They have Hayden Panettiere, which is the star of Heroes. And they had Remy Malek, which is a dude that played Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. Obviously before that, and he was not as well-known. And then a few other actors I've already recognized only in my first hour. So I think that probably helps too, just having bigger names that are more used to acting.
You think it's because Sony gave them more money than Bandai gave them for Madonna?
It could be, yeah. Because I think even though Rami Malek wasn't in Bohemian Rhapsody, I think he was a known name. I just didn't care about him. And Hayden Panettiere was definitely, if anything, bigger back then than she would be now. And then, like I said, I've noticed a few other actors. So that I think is definitely better. The movement actually also feels better, which is another confusing thing. It doesn't feel as tankish or as sluggy. Or sluggish, not sluggy. So it's just kind of weird. You think that's things they would build off of. If anything, you think you go back to this game and it would have more of those issues than Man of Madonna would. So I hope that it continues to get better in the Dark Pictures Anthology, because they're supposed to be releasing, I think, 8 games. And I was looking on Wikipedia. It said that there's supposed to be one every 6 months.
Wow.
So obviously that hasn't happened because that came out August 30th, 2019, and we're not getting the next one until October 30th, 2020. So I don't know if it's... I can't imagine it's because of coronavirus, but maybe they're saying it is. But that'd be awesome if we get one every 6 months. But I do worry that it could fall into the Telltale Games trap of they have that and then they just keep doing it and don't improve any of the engine or the dialogue just because they know people are keep buying it. So I think it could definitely fall in the exact same trap as Telltale, which would be ironic because that's what we're saying. It does a lot of things better than Telltale.
Yeah.
That was Telltale's biggest struggle is that, yeah, amazing storytelling, good dialogue, but the engine was just so outdated from the first game and they never updated it.
It'd be cool too once they're finally done with the anthology and put them all in a big box set.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Do some special edition or something.
Yeah.
Because I need one more of those.
I'm really curious to see on October 30th called The Little Hope, the next one that comes out. I really want to know what the story's going to be like in that. And I imagine it's going to be like you said, kind of like Twin Peaks where it's completely separate, but I feel like it hopefully is like Twin Peaks where it all eventually connects even if it's in like a small way. Like I don't know if the curator is going to be in all the games, if he's going to be like the connecting point or what works about it. I'm trying to talk about stuff without spoiling it, but
yeah.
I'm also worried on Until Dawn. Again, I won't spoil anything on there because I feel like you might want to play that game, and you can borrow it once I'm done if you want.
I think I actually have it.
Oh, do you?
I think so.
You should play, especially for Halloween. I think you would like it a lot, even from the small amount I've seen. And it also seems like a slow build for sure.
Oh, no, I have Rush of Blood.
Oh, yeah. What was I saying, though?
Oh,
Yeah.
you were just talking about not spoiling stuff.
Yeah. There's something I was going to tell you about Until Dawn.
Is there a fucking, like, gas leak or something down here? We're both having strokes.
Yeah, I guess I'll move along so we don't get stuck in the same scenario. Did you, Oh, that was it. That you should try and play Until Dawn before Halloween ends. I want to try and do that as well. Well, I have, but I want to try and finish it because I think that'd make it even more interesting. And I was going to say, did you play Blair Witch yet?
No, I haven't.
No.
I really want to get through Star Wars just because I bought it for $20 and I was like, I'm going to get it because it's so cheap. But now I've noticed it's on sale at a couple places for $25 and $20. So I'm like, I just got to get through this. Not that I'm like rushing through it or something, but
Rush of Blood.
Exactly.
No, I know what you mean. Well, what have you been watching lately?
I only watched 2 Halloween movies, unfortunately. My plan is next to do.
That's 2 more than me. I did terrible.
I watched one called Saturday the 14th. You ever heard of it?
No.
It's like a parody on Friday the 13th.
Had a feeling.
But it has nothing to do with slasher films, more with like the classic monsters. But it's kind of just a feel-good movie. I'm still in that mindset of like, God damn, I just need something. I can't, slashers, I can't do it. It's funny. It's just goofy. Like I feel like Tom Hanks movie. What was that where he bought the house? Was that Money Pit? Or was that the Chevy Chase one? Funny Farm, I think it was Chevy Chase, and Money Pit was...
Talking about Matt Damon, We Bought a Zoo.
Exactly. How'd you know? God, I forgot that movie existed. What else? What was the Mousetrap too, where the guys buy the house?
Oh yeah, it's a fucking great movie.
Yeah, it's kind of those vibes where this family buys a house. Well, they inherited a house from their uncle, but it has a book inside of it that a vampire is looking for, and it brings classic monsters to life. I don't know. It's just ridiculous, but
it's Mouse Hunt. I thought that's what it was. I think Mousetrap was the board game is what you're thinking of.
Oh, yeah. It got terrible reviews, but also I thought it was just like a good vibe to it.
I hear you.
And there's a second film. I want to track it down. And the next one I watched is from like the early 2000s. It's a trauma release of a movie called Zombiegeddon. It's horrendous. It was like... It's like somebody made a film for YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We know somebody that does those. And, goddamn, I think it was like filmed with like a handheld camera and it's all over the place. I enjoyed it though, with how ridiculous just how ridiculous it was. I just don't. I don't get it. Like, I feel like I could do a better job than this. And Troma's a bigger company. It's like, man, why the? I just feel like there was a period of time for Troma where they're like, how low budget can we make shit? Because that's what sells. And the cover looked like there was going to be all kinds of sex and naked women in it. So you're like, here we go. And you only saw 2 boobies. So I wasn't happy.
2 sets of boobies or just boobie and boobie?
2 sets of boobies.
Okay.
It's actually 2 girls, and they both just had 1 big boob each. I think, too, they were advertising the girls as college freshmen, and they definitely looked old enough to be in their 40s, I think. They had pierced nipples, too. It was just like, man, what really scraping the barrel there. You ever watch any Troma movies?
I don't think so.
Like Toxic Avenger or something?
No.
My dad was big into them in the 80s when they were making Toxic Avenger and put a little bit more care in their movies than the early 2000s. But he got me into Troma films, and I've just bought up a bunch. You ever watch, I think it's called, Turkeygeist?
No.
Poultrygeist. Turkeygeist. Jesus. Poultrygeist. Because you like the Gingerbread Man.
Oh, I love it, yeah.
Yeah, it's fair. It's right up that alley. Poultrygeist. Okay. Wonder whoever did Gingerbread Man.
Like
who produced it or
yeah.
whatever, released it.
I don't know about that.
Fucking Gary Busey, man. Gary Busey, let's see. My God, that movie's 15 years old already.
You still haven't seen it, right?
No.
Oh, it's so good.
I do remember it coming out, though, and everyone really liking it. It was, wasn't it an early Netflix one?
We rented it, so I don't think so. Maybe it was on there, but we rented it.
I'm just curious who 2006, so it's 14 years old. Wasn't there like 1,000 of those, too?
Gingerbread Man?
Uh-huh.
I only remember 2, maybe that kept going.
Was there?
There was Gingerbread Man and Gingerbread Man 2, The Passion of the Crust.
Yeah, Passion of the Crust. 2008 announced Gingerbread Man 3 Saturday Night Cleaver. And then you had Gingerbread Man versus Evil Bong.
Oh, I do remember that one, yeah.
And there was a comic book. Production. Holy cow. Gary Busey got $25,000 for that movie. Says the director offered him the money and was expecting a no, but Gary Busey said sure.
So fucking please.
25 grand. I'm pretty fucking sure I'll do a lot of shit you asked me to do.
Yeah, he didn't have to show his face either, which is a huge win for him.
Yeah, maybe this is independent, but this definitely would have been a Troma film for sure. Yeah, Troma's just ridiculous. I don't know how else to describe him. But yeah, so that's only 2 Halloween things. I know the new season of Unsolved Mysteries came out, so I want to hop into those. Renee, my girlfriend's been watching them. She said they're really good.
Did you watch Hubie Halloween? I know you were.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
We have it scheduled for tomorrow.
I'm curious to see what you think of it.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't watched a whole lot either. Like I said, I've been doing terrible with the Halloween stuff. But I watched both the town halls. I sat through both of them somehow.
Oh my God.
Even alone, they were enjoyable, but not for the reasons I usually watch them, just for all the ridiculousness of it. But it was some good stuff.
Yeah, man.
I didn't think I could do it alone, so I said if I was watching that last debate, or either of the debates, I would have turned it off if it was just me. So I didn't think I could do the town halls, but I sat through both of them.
Do you hear they're going to mute them on the next one?
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Jeez, man. I hope someone's just like, Donald, you gotta bring it down a notch, man. Let him sink that shit. You don't have to do it, man. Which kind of makes me sad because Biden was throwing some ridiculous shit in there while Trump was speaking too. You just shut up, man. Stuff. So I'm gonna miss those. But I'm sure for whatever we miss of those, they'll be like. I'm sure Trump's still gonna try to yell too, like yell into his mic. He'll probably run over to his mic. Could you imagine? First of all, you get way too close, bump the mics. First of all, he's lying. Man, will you just shut up, man?
Yeah, that's why I was telling somebody with the town halls. He should have went like next level troll and check this out. I'm gonna FaceTime him. He won't even answer. And since they're doing the town halls at the exact same time, yep, didn't answer.
Hello. You shut up, man. So Joe, what's your favorite ice cream? Trump, why are you such a racist?
This next movie might be a bad way to try and get you out of that talk. Have you heard the movie, The Trial of the Chicago 7? Came to Netflix recently. Has Sacha Baron Cohen in it. And the dude, this is not going to help you. I was going to say a dude from the Harry Potter prequel. What the hell? Why am I blanking? A Fantastic Beast.
You know exactly what I'm saying. I watched him in his Hello World, this is beautiful.
Oh, I didn't see
Beautiful
that.
World or whatever.
Yeah. But this movie,
There's something off with his face though, right? Well, that's not just me.
it does look a little odd.
Like something like they always say that's why plastic surgery looks weird to us, because there's a certain equation when your face is being created, and it's got to be perfectly balanced. But his is
Mine
just
is.
a little. I don't know what the fuck it is, man. And it's always like some of his hair's pulled this way too all the time for no reason.
Well, he is either rocking some fake hair in this or a different hairstyle. So
Do you have a photo?
I could get one.
Yeah, I'm
It,
sure you got the same face.
I don't know. For some reason, it didn't distract me as much for me able to feel. Yep, there it is. Let me try it here.
I just feel like gravity is really strong on like the left side of his face or something.
That'll the left side will actually revert back into what I was talking about with this, so you can segue back into it in a
Nice.
second.
I hear Borat 2 did that as well.
That's what I heard. I haven't seen it yet. What the hell? There's not a good picture of him, but
Which kind of sucks, man. I mean, his stuff was always like everyone's attacked.
yeah, that's him
Oh,
there.
Jesus. Yeah, it's definitely doing it.
Oh, it's still there for you?
Yeah.
I didn't really notice as much, and like I said, I love Harry Potter and I like Fantastic Beasts, and I knew what you were talking about, but in that movie I didn't really notice
see it
for some
again?
reason.
I'm sorry. I don't like it, dude.
But this movie is
Is it a Whitey Bad movie?
you see,
Is he one of the bad ones?
no, he's on the good side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's about them protesting during the during Richard Nixon's tenure as president and the Vietnam War and how
Tenure? Or 10 years?
no tenure, yeah, not
10
like,
year?
yeah, not like he was in it for 10 years, but
Okay.
yeah, but it's about them having a huge issue with the war and protesting against it, but it gets real lefty, as you would say. So that's why I didn't know if you'd be a fan. And it's weird. It's they play into real hard what's happening right now with like the riots and the police protests and everything. That if all this is true, it is kind of crazy. It's like 1-to-1 with what they're saying is happening right now. But I'm also wondering, because a lot of people are like, oh my God, this film is groundbreaking and you gotta watch it because it's so relevant to what's happening now. But I'm wondering how much the story is obviously true. I looked it up and I have heard like vague details about it before.
So I remember the.
Yeah.
That's what made me stop and think. It's like Chicago 7.
Yeah, so the story itself is real, so everybody's like, no, dude, it's a true story. But it's hard to tell if they're throwing a lot of other stuff in there that isn't true to line up with current day events because people know it's a true story and look, this is literally what's happening today. But
How does it relate to today?
with the them protesting the police brutality, and because when they were protesting, they would set up just hordes of police to stop them, and they do mix in real footage of like them trying to go up the hill and the police coming down with billy clubs and tear gas and spraying them and hitting them, and so they do have a little bit of real stuff in there, but like I said, they throw in a lot of other stuff that I don't know if it's real or not. That if it is, it would be kind of crazy to see comparisons, but I don't know if they're just throwing that shit in there to make it seem like that's relevant to what today is. And since it is a true story, everybody's just automatically believing it instead of being like, well, maybe some of this is true, but maybe they're adding a lot of other stuff to make it more relatable to today. So everybody's like, see, this is what can happen. So I do like these kind of movies, and this is where I don't have a problem with politics, where it's a movie about that kind of stuff. I feel like it makes sense to have it in there. But I like it when it tells a fair story, and like I said, maybe all of this stuff is true, but it's hard to tell. And then the really frustrating part with stuff like this, unless something like super, super well known, which this I'm sure was at the time if you're around for then. But when you go to search it, majority of stuff that comes up is about the movie, and then if there is historical stuff, it reverts back to the movie like it's talking about it, so clearly it's from that perspective of the movie. So it's hard to find what is actually true and what is actually historical. Like, I don't know, have you ever seen Frost Nixon?
No.
I fucking love that movie. That's about as slow burn as you can get right there, not in a horror way obviously, and it builds up.
Our friend Peter,
Mm-hmm.
his dad's a history teacher. I think that's one of his favorite presidencies. He's crazy about some politics.
Mm-hmm.
I know he was obsessed with that movie when it came out when we were in high school.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he's going to hate it, because I was going to say, as far as I know, I feel like from everything I know, it lines up 1-to-1. And also, even though Richard Nixon obviously did some terrible shit, that they also show a different side, which is surprising, and kind of makes you feel like, man, even though he did some fucked up shit, his life's just kind of ruined, and now he's just a sad old man. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like with this, you just don't even see the other side. So I don't know if it really is that one-sided, or they're just presenting it that way. But
And the thing too, Nixon inherited all that shit.
yeah,
It's not like he did that. It was Johnson.
I don't know. Maybe if you want to watch it, I'd be curious to see what you think. But I feel like you just get mad and not like it. But if you did watch, I'd be curious to see what you think. And
Yeah,
I feel like the stuff I was talking about would make more sense.
Yeah, I'm curious more about fucking Borat too, man. I'm seeing a lot of one-sidedness, and I don't like that. I always enjoyed how it was everybody and his stuff.
Yeah, me too. And I wish it was that. I feel like I always thought he was definitely more liberal, but it seemed like he could just make fun of everything. So I don't know if he's just doubling down on that because the election's coming up and he wants to.
Oh, it's most definitely what it is. That's why he
Well,
releases
yeah.
his movie now.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if that's why he's changing the trend of what he normally does just right now, and then he'll just go back to everything because he's trying to make it happen, or if he just actually like changed his whole comedy. But I feel like it might just be because of what's happening right now.
Yeah.
But I'll be curious to see. Even if it is one side, I think he's clever and hilarious. I think it'd be fun, even though I'd want it to be all sides. I think he can just trap people into doing the dumbest shit. Usually, if you're smart, you can get out of it.
Yeah, the Giuliani stuff is like, I see it going either way.
Yeah, I heard about it. I didn't look too much into it.
There's just a picture of the girl that is like our age that Borat's portraying as his daughter that's 16. And she like went to a room with Rudy Giuliani, and there's a picture of him like doing this with like his hand going towards his crotch. But he said what it was when they took the audio equipment off. He tucked in his shirt and was taking off that audio equipment, and then Borat runs in wearing some weird shit. He's like, "She's 15. She's too old for you." and stuff like that. And then Giuliani didn't know this was happening, so he calls the police. Like, what the fuck? He thought it was a shakedown or some sort of blackmailing or something. I don't know. If it was truly as bad as they're saying it is, I think you would release more than a fucking picture of a guy tucking his shirt in. I don't know. They're saying it's hands going towards his crotch, but I was more concerned about how much weight he's put on. My God, dude.
Is he big now?
Fucking bigger than I remember. Do you remember when he came out on SNL after 9/11?
Uh-huh.
That's how I always picture him. So this like really
Yeah.
threw me. I was like, God. At first I was like, that's not him. Like fucking Rush Limbaugh right now. I don't know if you heard, he's not doing well either.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But yeah, so he's putting on some weight. Like, dude, you're older too. You better be careful. Jesus Christ, you need to get off Trump's fucking Diet Cokes and goddamn McDonald's. You guys got to chill out over there. You guys are running the free world and you're eating like a fucking college student. Yeah. Here, let me give you the photo real quick. I'll try to show you.
I've seen him in debates and interviews since then, so I don't know if it's not going to be as surprising to me. Because I feel like I know what he still looks like, but maybe I will be surprised.
God, he has such a weird name. Rudy Giuliani. That last name. Let's go to the images. I'm sure Google puts that image right at the top. Just put his name in. We'll see. Oh man, the service is bad. They didn't, surprisingly. Borat photo. I mean, at first I was like, this is not him. He looks like a fucking corpse in this photo, too. He look like a fucking corpse?
Yeah, he does. The picture underneath is what I thought of him looking like now, though, so if that's what he looks like, and that's surprising to you.
No, not the one underneath.
Oh, okay.
I just always picture him as like a little guy, like a
Yeah.
skinny guy. But, fuck it, man. You're in your 80s. You do whatever the hell you want. You guys are running the free world. Eat some fucking cheeseburgers. But you could see where Rudy Giuliani's like saying, like, she helped him take his audio equipment off. He leaned back and was tucking in his shirt. And if it was as bad as they're saying it was, I think that those videos would have been out. If he was in a fucking room with a 16-year-old and they thought they were flirting. But Rudy Giuliani said, like, she was doing some weird shit in there. He's like, at one point she was telling me about her problems, and he's like, I offered and I prayed with her, prayed for her. So I'm sure this fucking clip's going to be hilarious. Fucking Rudy Giuliani praying for her. God damn it.
That's terrible.
I want this movie to be good and just to shotgun everybody. Because I think it's what we need right now. We all need to look like fucking idiots.
Yeah.
I mean, even what is Made in America or the
Who is America?
Who is America? I feel like that was a little left leaning more than usual.
Yeah, I'd say he probably got more of them, but I think he definitely still got both. I mean, he had Bernie Sanders on there, which was probably the biggest name at the time.
But at the same time, I would be honest with you, it's a lot easier to get conservatives. Not that they're dumber, it's just I feel like conservatives have a lot more stronger feelings about stuff and take shit a lot more personal and get riled up a lot easier about certain things. So when he's like fucking my mind goes to that where he's training the guy thinks he's from Israel.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ. That's where my mind goes.
Yeah, and I feel like even if he doesn't have many names, he even makes fun of him himself on both sides with the whatever that ridiculous character that he uses is clearly going for like the most liberal stereotype thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the other thing he does?
The prisoner too.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, so I feel like he plays into it even with his own character.
Yeah, especially because the liberals are like, wow. He's like, so this is blood? Or he did a British accent for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, that's so visceral. Like,
And he always has that the Hillary Clinton clip in there, that girl falling to her knees and screaming no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, when she found out the Hillary or her reaction to Hillary losing. Yeah, I hope Borat's like that. But do you remember the first Borat? The conservatives fucking freaked out about that too.
Yeah.
So conservatives don't take jokes well. So we'll see. We'll see. I hope everyone's just shotgunned evenly, because god damn it, dude, there's some division right now, and I think that would just all of us looking like idiots would be great. I hope it doesn't suck. I saw the reviews are coming out, but I don't even want to watch them just because of spoilers.
Yeah, that's why I didn't look too much into the Rudy Giuliani thing, because I don't want... That would probably ruin the joke if I see everything.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you didn't say all of it, so I don't care. And then the only other thing I watched was Into the Spideyverse, or Spider-Verse, I guess, not Spidey, I say it every time. Just kind of randomly watched that. Like I said, that's my favorite Spider-Man movie, and for some reason I was just feeling it. So even though I've been trying to do the Halloween thing, because I'm feeling this movie more, so I'm not going to force myself to watch something that I'd rather watch less just because it's Halloween. But that's it for me as far as what I've been watching.
Do you feel like with backlogs, which is kind of the whole premise of this podcast for movies and video games, do you feel like sometimes you feel like you're forcing yourself to go back and do that stuff?
No, because like I said, if I notice I'm doing that, then I'm not really motivated. Like even when every time when I'm like, oh, there it is again.
It's the police coming.
But every time when I'm like, yeah, I got to finish that game before I get to the next one, and you're always talking about how if I feel like it's a job, then I'm like forced to do it. I'm like, no, I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying like I want to play it, but I also want to get to this next game. So, yeah, if I still fall into that trap sometimes, obviously, because I'm human. I'm not being like, oh, I'm perfect, but I noticed I used to do that all the time even before I started our podcast. So I tried to lean away from that if I can tell I'm really not feeling something, or if I am forcing myself to play something or watch something I don't want to. I try and just not do it.
I need to work on that and not giving myself so much stuff to do. My to-do lists are always so stupid. Like 30 things on there. Like, dude, you could probably do 10. So I've been working on that too. So then I'm not like, this October, I'm watching a Halloween movie every day. And then by the sixth day, I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to fucking look at another one of these things. Instead of being like, hey, this October, I'm going to watch as many Halloween videos as I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, just enjoying Halloween.
No, I hear you.
Perfect weather for it, too, man.
Oh, I know. You see this week's supposed to be up near like the 70s, though, which obviously isn't bad, but...
I saw today in the car, I got up to 69.
Nice. That was uncomfortable. It almost probably sounded like it was a fucking soundboard. It was the same delivery and everything. But, no, if anything, I feel like it's helping overall, because I do feel like it is forcing me to play some of my and watch some of my backlog, but not in a bad way, because like I said I did want to do that. I just keep playing the same things like Halo and Madden and all the things I like, and I'm still doing that. I'm not like, well, now I can't do that because I'm doing my backlog. It's just a mixture of that, which is nice, because I said I can play Halo, and I'm like, oh shit, this is fun, I'll just keep playing this, and then just get stuck on that, even though in all reality I would like to play other stuff mixed in with that. So, no, I think it's actually helping me overall.
Yeah, that's good, man. Sometimes I hear recently, just because I think of all the politics going on, I've been watching a lot of these guys that like live out in the middle of nowhere or go camping out in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, God, that sounds so perfect. Be in a cabin with no internet, just a room full of media, and just slowly work through all of it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I just hate people, man. Older I get, the more I'm like, it's 40 acres and fucking
But then I won't be there.
You're the main person I hate.
I thought you were going to say the main reason you wouldn't do it.
The hate that I love you so much.
The Hate That Gives, your favorite movie?
The Hate That Gives, I don't remember that one.
That was the one that you really made fun of when people came out and just talked about how...
so powerful.
I feel like that would have been the Trial of Chicago 7, I feel like.
Oh, Hate You Give with the girl where the kid gets shot by the police officer, yeah.
It might actually be helpful that this movie didn't come out in the theaters, because then you won't have to hear all that. You can just watch the movie for what it is and judge it for what you think.
It's powerful.
Should we get into
corny with shit.
the free games?
Sure, man. Let's do it.
So on Xbox One, you have Slay Away Camp Butcher's Cut till
that's so
Halloween. And then you have Made of Skur till... That sounds wrong every time I say it. Made of Skur till November 15th. on Xbox 360, you have Costume Quest till Halloween. Did you download it?
No, I need to.
Yeah.
On
I got
Xbox,
till-
right?
Yeah, or 360, but
360? I need to. When I get on Xbox tonight, remind me.
yeah. Okay. And then on PS Plus, you have Need for Speed Payback and Vampire till November 2nd. You have any fake outrage?
No, there's just too much real outrage boiling in me.
Okay, I don't got any this week either.
Nope.
I was thinking next week, would you want to revisit the top 10 most anticipated games? I know we did one a while ago,
Jesus, I forgot about that.
but then we talked about wanting to do it before the consoles come out, and we only got a few weeks till the new consoles come out, so I think it'd be a good time to do it. And I'd go back and watch our old episode and try and get our list and see how they compare to what we had before. I know some of them came out, but it'd be interesting to see if some dropped off there and like why they did, or if they stayed or went higher or whatever.
Yeah, my God. Yeah, I would like to go back and listen to what I said, too.
Okay, well, we could try and do that for next week. We could try to get a new top 10 and then see how it compares to our old one.
Cool.
Speaking of which, like I said, the console comes out in a few weeks. Have you decided on your Xbox Series X?
Keep going back and forth on it, man. I think ultimately it's probably most likely going to be a no.
Really?
I think so.
That is shocking.
Yeah. There's no reason. I hate to say it, man, but
I
there's
know.
no reason to buy it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking by February, once this new Halo comes out, they should be on the shelves.
I hope it does come out in February. Like I said, since the delay, I thought it was going to be fall of next year the entire time. I hope I'm wrong. I know everybody assumes spring, and I hope it is, but I had a bad feeling about it, and the fact that they haven't said a word since then, I feel like makes me even more likely to be fall.
Yeah, I think if I do decide on it, I want to shouts out to Dave Ramsey. Been chipping away at the student loans, so hopefully those will be all paid off. And I think I'd rather put that $500 towards my student loans right now, where there's no interest. Would be the adult thing to do.
I don't know if you saw the interview with Phil Spencer about Halo Infinite. I didn't read the whole thing, but he said that they don't want to do it, but they're not against the idea. And he said it'd be 343's decision, but I don't know if that's true or not. I feel like Microsoft might make a little enforcement if they want to split the game up and release campaign or multiplayer separately, which on one hand it'd be nice if they were going to have to delay it to the fall to be able to get part of it. But I feel like, again, that just kills the excitement and just makes it weirder and weirder, especially it wouldn't be as weird for us that already have systems and Game Pass to feel like, oh, okay, well, I get half the game here. But that'd be so weird to buy the game. I feel like just...
Oh, yeah.
Again, I feel like it just kind of makes everything less exciting and not like here's this new giant release.
Yeah, I don't like that. Just do a fall.
Yeah.
Everything all at once. Do a big release.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't even know how that would work. I don't know if they would sell it when the first half came out and they just had to wait for the next half, or if they would wait for both halves to be out before they put out the physical release.
What would you want first?
I would want the campaign. Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's the thing. Like I said, multiplayer is obviously what I play more because campaign only has so much replayability, even though I replay it more than the average person for sure. But campaign has always been the most important thing to me.
Yep. Yeah, I always play the campaign first, too, before I jump into any multiplayer.
Yeah, especially a game like Halo where people... Well, it's not really an issue because people don't talk in lobbies, but I remember I would never play Gears or Halo before I beat it, because you go into a multiplayer map, you're like, oh my god, did you see the ending? Oh, no. So I learned I didn't get anything completely ruined ever, but I learned my lessons from hearing it. I instantly unplugged my mic. Anything you want to top out before we get out of here? Might be a dangerous question.
I love all of you.
Aw.
Stop being so goddamn divisive.
Oh, there it is.
It's not. This world's not so cut and dry. And I love you.
Butcher's cut. As always, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Current Backlog, and you can email any corrections, questions, or feedback to currentbackloggers@gmail.com. I don't think I said the email earlier. Now I think about it. I think we started rambling.
Is that it?
But I think that's it.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Wait. We got to be every celebrity. Go out and vote. It's your say.
I think I say
Powerful.
civic duty.
Oh, yeah. It's your duty.
You're being weird.
I'm being weird?
I agree.
Oh, okay.